Peace, everyone. I'll give you a quick little story as it's just gone by my mind. It's been years since it happened. Very strange. Very, very strange. I bought this book. I can never remember the title of it. It's a long title. What's it called again? Right. The title was very intriguing. So I thought, right, I got to get this book. So the title is The Prophetic Seal of the Sacred 360-Degree Circle. And it's written by Melchizedek Muhammad. So yeah, very intriguing title. I thought I need to get that. By the time I bought it, it was only available on Kindle at the time. So we're going back, what? Probably about 10 years ago that I purchased it. It's been a long time since I've read it. I've skimmed through it again a couple of times over the years because it's a fascinating book. Fascinating. So since my mind was just like on it, I've just had a look on Amazon and I found that there's a physical copy here, so I've nabbed it up because I need that one in my library as a physical book. Because Kindle's going on something mad now, man. They're just ripping away books when they want to now. It's like you don't own anything digital anymore. I've noticed a few of my books have gone missing from Kindle. But anyway, back to this book. Now, as the title suggests, it's unveiling the mystery of the circle and why it's 360 degrees and not any other number. And as you can possibly tell from the title, the Prophetic Seal, it's got something to do with God. So it goes into it, and it's just full of numbers. Numerology. Concerning the birth dates of the Honourable Elijah Muhammad, Master Farad Muhammad, the beloved minister Louis Farrakhan, and a lot of other important dates of events. Different sacred scriptures. And it just verifies itself via maths. And obviously it discusses all of this and puts it into the meaning of the circle and why it's 360 degrees. And there's another number. I'm not going to spoil it for you. And you're reading this book and it's maths after maths after maths. So there's no error because it's maths. And it's just reinforcing itself, and it's reinforcing these men through maths and number until there's nowhere to hide. You just can't deny these men. There's just nowhere possibly to hide. So I was reading this book every day when I first got it. And it's one of them books that you couldn't put down. You're just engrossed in this book. You just can't put it down. It's one of them ones. So every spare minute I could get, my head would be in this book. So I remember this one particular day I was at work. I was working in it's a leisure centre. Sorry, not leisure centre. What am I talking about? Shopping centre. So I walks outside now for a break, make excuses because I I need some time to read this book. So I come out of work now and I go outside. Find myself a little quiet spot and I read this book for like 15-20 minutes or so. Getting more information of this book. It's like fascinated. My mind's just going and everything's starting to like connect and make sense and whatnot. Now this is what happened next. So it goes back to the shop where I was working in. And there's a couple of fellas that was working in the shop. So I relieve them. They go off now for a little break. Another guy goes to smoke a cigarette and whatever. So it's just me in the shop. So it's like it was more of like a stall type thing. So you could see people walking past all around you, behind you, in front of you, and you're like in a little island type thing of your own little stall slash shop. Anyway, I see this old geezer walking up. So I walk up to the counter like, he comes to the counter. This old white man. Buy some stuff. No, I did the service for him. That's what happened. I did the service. He walked off. Then after a few minutes, he came back. That's what happened. He came back, and it's like looking at me like, oh, funny, like he's short-sighted. So bearing in mind, I've just been reading this book. It's full of numbers, dates when Elijah Muhammad met Master Farad Muhammad, dates when he left, dates when Elijah Muhammad left, and everything's discussed in the book. This guy now, he goes to me, he goes, I can't see that well. He goes, I can't see to put my PIN number in. I've been working in shop for most of my life. No one's ever asked me to put their PIN number into the machine for the card. Ever. And up until now, no one's ever asked me. He's the only man that's asked me in over, I'd say, in over 30 years. So I'm a bit uncomfortable. I said, nah, I don't really want to put your PIN number in, mate. I mean, can't you write it down in like big numbers so you can see it, so you can put it in yourself? I don't really want to know your PIN number, you know what I mean? That's private, that's for you. He goes, no, it's all right, it's okay. He goes, it's no big deal. I get shopkeepers to do it for me all the time. Just saves time. He goes, can you just put it in for me, please? So I think to myself, I don't really want to do this, but I'm like, okay, whatever, I'll do it for you. So he goes, okay, what's the number? Mate, I kid you not, everyone out there that's familiar with the Nation of Islam and certain dates, this is what he said. He said 1, put 1 in. 9, I put 9 in. 3, When he said 3, I was like, okay. You know what I mean? It's like looking at him now. And then 0. 1930. 1930. Of all of the pin numbers, no one's ever asked me to put a pin number in. Ever. And since then, never. This guy wants me to put 1930 in. After I'm reading this prophetic seal of the 360-degree circle concerning the whole of the mystery, should I say, of the circle and how it pertains to God and how it pertains to these 3 men, Elijah Muhammad, Master Farad Muhammad, and the Honourable Minister Louis Farrakhan. The man gave me 1930 after just reading the book outside, and I paused because I thought, nah, that's not a coincidence. And I was just looking at him. I wanted some sort of acknowledgement from him or something, because nah. That was an acknowledgement of some sort. Okay, you don't give me 1930 as your pin number, mate, and especially not after me reading that book. No chance. So he's not looking at me now. He's not looking at me. He's looking down. I said, "This is the pin number you want?" He says, "Yeah, that's the pin number." Do you know what I mean? It's like 1930. Now he's caught my attention, and I'm not having none of this. I'm like, that's too coincidental. So I'm looking at him deep. I want some sort of recognition coming from him. He doesn't give me nothing. Not one movement out of place, nothing. So now I start to look around. I'm thinking to myself, am I being watched here or what? What's happening here? So the long and short of it, I put it in. I'm watching him now. He's got my attention, my full on attention. I'm just looking at him. Doesn't say another word. I give him his card back. Puts it in his wallet. Turns around and walks off. Now I'm buzzing, mate. I'm buzzing. I'm like looking around now for the rest of the day, because that was. You tell me what that was. For the people that know, you don't give me that number. Nah, you don't give me that number. 1930. That was just one instance. Other brothers have told me of their little messages for them. But that was my message. These men are for real. What Master Farad Muhammad came with and gave Elijah Muhammad is real. All this is real. This is real. And everything that got taught is happening. And it's moving. Whether people like it or not. Whether people like it or not. People should be happy anyway. Should be happy. Should be happy you had a saviour to come and get us from this wicked world. I don't know why people make a fuss about it, to be honest. But anyway, we're not going to go into all of that. But yeah, that's what happened. 1930. After the numerology being solidified in that work of the brother Melchizedek Muhammad. So I'm thankful that there's a physical copy now. So I don't want none of that book to go missing. Let me tell you, that book is something else. If you can get your hands on that book, snap it up if you can. Because I've just bought a copy, so I don't know if there's any more on Amazon anyway. But have a look, get that book, man, boy. But yeah, mate. So just thought I'd share that with you. Yeah, man, we're not alone. We're definitely not alone. Let's just put it that way. But yeah, make of that what you will. Peace.